everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I welcome you all not to the special episode of a podcast but to a very special workshop, a kind of a freebie that I'm giving as a giveaway. And why am I doing so? Because our channel has hit 4,000 subscribers. It is beyond that now, but it has recently hit 4K subscribers, and I'm so glad about this whole thing that I am giving away a free workshop. And what is the name of the workshop? The name of the workshop, Air, Share, Care Workshop. And this is a very beautifully, precisely and specially created workshop just for this particular purpose of the celebration of hitting 4K subscribers. So first of all, I would like to tell you about my whole thing. Let's get to know about what does AIR means. AIR, that stands for awareness, identity and reach. So it's not a very quick progress of hitting the 4K subscribers, but I would like to just share my experience and journey about it and what are the things that I learned through this journey. Though it's not a very big figure, there are many big channels, many big people going on very smoothly, very well on the YouTube, but still what I have learned, I would like to share that with you. So AR means awareness, identity and reach. So how do you go about it? First of all, you should be very clear in mind what are you going about, what are you whole thing, the whole channel is all about. That is why you are creating a channel and what you are about to create on the particular channel. I'm not telling you that you don't create multiple things. You may create multiple things, but specifically what was the basic idea of creating a channel behind in your mind, you should be very clear about it. Now next, you should know what are you going to create, what is your basic content. Like for me, it is pharmacology content, then about different podcasts. I have 3 podcasts. It's Pharmacology Difficult podcast, Pharmacology Further podcast and Me, Medicine and Melodies podcast, which are quite interconnected and they complement each other or so in some or the other way. So I am very particular about this thing. That is the main basic thing about this whole channel is Pharmacology Difficult. And on the other side pillars, they can be like fitness, health, writing, self-publishing, then spiritual journey and all these kind of things. So these are a few minute pillars and many pillars around the broad pillar of my subject. And then how do you go up about setting a searchable identity? Identity is very important, especially when we are on a platform like YouTube. So you have to use certain rules and guidelines of making a particular video and just some principles of uploading the video which are available on the tech channels. I'm not very well versed with it, nor do I do too much care about it. So that is why my growth was very slow. That is one of the reasons I'm not very much careful about it. But still I try to do it as much as possible at as much as time I have. Though I am always running short of time for all these kind of things and my hobbies. But still I try to do it. Some you have to add some kind of keywords. Some you have to add some important words which are searchable and with which your content can be actually people can find it. Then you should be careful, or you should give a heed of how does your thumbnail looks like, what is the topic, what is the title of your video. These things may not always help, but sometimes they do help a lot, and sometimes your video may spike because of these things, which are very minute things, but they are important. That was the whole thing about the AIR section. Now let's come to the share section. Share is very important. Share, I mean by share, let's expand this word. Strategy, schedules and storytelling. That is what I include in the share section. So first of all, strategy, it involves like what you have to post. You have to post a long video, a short video. On, like if you're on a platform like Insta, you have to post a reel or a little post, a pic or something like that. So that is actually, again, for myself, I am not very decisive about it. I just do it randomly on the spot. Whatever material I create, whatever I have in hand. I'm not planning it much, to be very frank, but if you plan it, it will be a nice idea and it will help you a lot. Scheduling involves the time that you post. Again, I'm not very good at it. Actually, I'm not at all good at it. I do it so randomly, so unplanned way. I don't know how much pics I'm posting, how many reels I'm posting, but if you schedule them, if you plan them, it would be a great idea. That's what all the people on these platforms suggest. That's the way you have to do it. Though I am still struggling at all these kind of expertise, but if you do it, you can grow faster and in a better manner. Then let's talk about storytelling. Storytelling is a very important aspect that I do follow sometimes. I do create the video in a planned format, and of course I do a scripting. I cannot actually make a full-on length video without scripting. I do write the bullet points or the main whole script about it, and that is how I go about a video. Though it's an unplanned video, but I do know the content of the video. I don't do it without knowing the content. It's never an extempore speech or lecture on the channel or any other platform. Then again, all these things involves on the other platform also, like Instagram. If you're posting your shorts, reels, pics, etc., everything applies to all these kind of contents. Now, some of the helpful tools can be you can have a kind of a digital planning platform, something like Google Calendar, something like Notion. That's I used to use at some time back in time, though I still find it a little difficult for me, so I go more for Google Calendar. Then other apps you can use like Vivo or some kind of tools that I use are editing tools and all these kind of things. And then you can create beautiful in the photo editors, you can create beautiful thumbnails and all these kind of things. They really help out a lot, and that doesn't involve a lot of expertise, but initially you just have to get an idea of the whole thing. And then now let's come to the last section, care. What do you mean by care? So let's expand this term also. It's connection with the audience. Then it may involve revenue, though I'm not, I'm totally careless about it. And engagement, definitely I am following this engagement lesson on my Instagram, but never on YouTube. Instagram, I do engage with the people, and those who I follow, I do engage with them. But on the YouTube, I'm totally careless about it. Revenue, I'm totally careless about on every platform. None of the platforms of mine is monetized. This is for your kind information. Yeah, that is a different thing, and I'm not very worried about it. I'm not very concerned about it. If it happens, well and fine. I don't care about it. But I do care about the connection with the audience. And how do you do that? Even if you're not communicating with them through your chat or something like that, most of the time you don't find time to communicate with chat and all. So how do you connect? You build a good content for the audience. That is the way to care. That is how you show you care. If you create irrelevant content, it is not a caring thing. You should create relevant content and what is expected out of you, and that is one basic element of how do you care on the social media platform. You don't have to post something which is not expected out of you, and that is the way you care for yourself, your social platforms, and you care for others also. It should be nicely appreciable, nicely tolerable, and it should be nicely readable. So that is the basic points that you should take care of. That is the summary of whole concept of air, share and care. And tools and alls, for tools and the other apps and alls, you should you can refer to some tech videos or something like that. I am not an expertise, so I did not suggest much. Whatever I use, I did tell you. And secondly, I just want to say that it is not a matter of publicizing or just spreading around your word, but it is just kind of actually making your word or your voice reach other people through an effective, in a better manner, through an effective platform. So it is not always that you are on these platforms to publicize yourself, but to actually make your voice reach to the people and create a kind of difference in this whole environment, and create your identity and make a difference in other people's life by giving them good content and helping them out. Sometimes by educative videos you can definitely help them out. So that is the whole concept behind Air, Share and Care. That's the whole concept behind this workshop, and that's the whole strategy behind creating different kind of things on different kind of platforms. That is what I hold in my mind always when I am creating something for some kind of platform. So I hope you like this video. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. At the same time, you can share the video with those who need it and with those you think it would be useful. Until the next time, thank you, take care, bye-bye.